You may be surprised to learn that nearly half of all professionals are considering leaving their job for entrepreneurship this year. In that, coaching is a $6.2 billion industry, which makes it very attractive and an easy play to go from corporate to coach. However, there's some major hurdles you have to overcome if you're concerned about losing all your money. Welcome back. My name is Kevin. Over the last 4 years, I've consulted, coached, and built over 100 coaching practices. And I'm going to share with you some of the obstacles that we experienced, how we overcame those obstacles, and my formulated method to create a transition strategy to leave corporate and become a coach. So of those almost 50% of people who are considering leaving their job, why haven't they left already? What's going on? Well, the reason they're considering leaving is because of the lower pay, considering the time they invest, the high stress environments that we're dealing with, crappy benefits that we're dealing with. There's not a lot of vacation time. There's not a lot of time off to do the things you love or to enjoy the fruits of your labor. So those are the reasons we're really considering leaving. Why don't we jump into entrepreneurship or coaching right away? Well, the truth of the matter is that 82% of coaching businesses fail in the first 2 years. And because of that statistic alone, people are a little shy about saying, I'm leaving my stable job for something that's a little risky. And so what we want to do today is create a pathway to a transition strategy or to a choice that you can have in going from corporate to coach. I'm going to walk you through maybe a third of my program called the Blueprints, which really gives you that path to choice. And so if you're in corporate or in your professional career and you're thinking about leaving and coaching is something that piques your interest, this video is for you. First things first, we have to create a niche. We have to create an avatar. We really have to focus. A lot of people come out and say, well, I can help anybody. And as you know, you probably know, that's the biggest mistake you can make, because that creates ineffective marketing. We'll use my business as a prime example. I work with coaches and real estate agents. Those are the only two people that I work with pretty much. Niche and avatars is where it starts. You've got to know who you serve. I serve coaches and real estate agents. Who do you serve? So that's where you want to start. What is your niche? Who is your avatar? Create those. So that's kind of 1 and 2. You want to create an offer. What is my offer to these people? What am I already good at that I could sell them that would help them? And that's where people really get it wrong. They create an offer and they don't know how to really add value to it, how to price it. They don't know how to do a lot of things that make an irresistible offer that can allow them to bring in 10 clients really quickly and get testimonials from those 10 clients. So creating the offer is vital because that is your product. That is the whole reason for forming the company. That is the cornerstone of what you'll build on. All right, and the last part is really the messaging around your niche, your avatar, and your offer. How are you talking about it? Are you talking about it from a constructive way that is compelling, that's building an audience? So once we start talking about what we do, that's really when we get to the point of choice. By this point in my program, certainly, or by any stretch, you should already have 1 or 2 clients that are paying you money. You should be positive revenue so that you're getting those testimonials and you're getting that feedback that says, here's where we need to adjust. We're going to create, normally it's 5, sometimes 10, maybe 3 clients. And once we get there, we'll say, okay, we've got now proof of concept. We've got some testimonials. We're now at that choice of, do you want to keep doing this as a side hustle, or do you want to jump ship at your corporate job and ramp this up and scale it so that it becomes your main thing? Well, if I said in 30 days, you could have a clear path to exceed 10K per month, and that's the number one concern is, taking care of the money first. So when we create that kind of messaging that creates that option for you, we generally have a really good transition period. I worked in corporate for 15 years, corporate hospitality. My wife and I had gotten married. We decided we wanted to start a family. And I was like, you know what? I'm tired of fighting for holidays off. I'm tired of fighting for not working nights. I'm tired of being beat down when I come home because I'm working in this environment. And I didn't have much of a transition strategy because there was no overhead. I wasn't a father. We didn't own a home at that point. We were still renting. So there wasn't a lot of overhead. So it was easy for me to jump. But what I learned in just jumping is that don't do that. That's what I learned. And ultimately, I did figure out the transition strategy. I officially started my business in 2018. I spent about 5 years studying my business. And then once I started it, I was able to scale really quickly up beyond 6 figures. And that's what gave me the knowledge of being able to do this for my clients, is that I did it for myself first. It makes more sense to create your coaching business as a side hustle at first. Once you get to that 5 to 10K consistent revenue month, now it's time to consider leaving your job, going all in on the coaching business, because we can go from 10K to 15K without a lot of effort, and you start to see the scalability of being an entrepreneur. And then there's systems and leverage and all that comes into play a little further down the line. But so I more than doubled my corporate salary in less time, and that was great for me. So I still don't work full-time hours, but I'm still making full-time money. Time and money have to be equal partners in the metric of our results. It does me no good to replace the salary if I'm working more. That's counterintuitive. That's not enjoying life. That's not enjoying the fruits of our labor. So the metrics are money and time. Take care of the money first, because if you don't take care of the money first, it will add a lot of stress to you. And then once you get the money going, now we leverage into the time piece, so that in your first 6 months in business, you're doing at least your corporate salary and you're having more time back. And that creates a very happy, very clear, very productive life. In fact, in the blueprints right now, we've got 12 people. And of those 12 people, 9 people made north of $8,000 in their coaching business in the first 30 days. I don't think it's smart to not have a transition strategy, so really work on that fork in the road idea. When does it make sense to leave my corporate job and go all in on coaching? With that, I want to invite you to my free mastermind. It's called Rise Mastermind, and that is where we take coaches and we really answer their questions, get them on a fast track. It's zero pressure, zero money, zero investment. Just give me your email address. I'll give you the Zoom link. We meet once a month and you'll be able to go do it. From there, you may decide, hey, I'd like to pursue the blueprints. We'll talk about that when the time is right. And that is really where we fast track this and we say, okay, by next month, we want to be at that point of decision where we've got a good transition strategy. The link will be in the show notes below. It's on mynextquest.com. You'll see a button that says join our free mastermind. It's very clear. Click that, sign up. We'll give you the information. You also get all the recordings. As always, any questions, put in the comments. You're not the only one. Hit subscribe and the bell if you need to do that kind of thing. You know what all those things are about. In the meantime, my name is Kevin with NextQuest. I hope that you're pursuing a life that you want. I hope that you're not feeling trapped or stuck. And I hope that you realize that money is replaceable if you know how to do it. And you can create as much money in this world as you want. And I'll help you if you need it. We'll see you next time.